This is a very interesting object that I would love to share with you about. But first, let me just tell you who I am. I'm here because I made a commitment last week to do this on behalf of a fellow man that is really needing big prayers for complete recovery. And what I have shared on my Facebook page is that we are all part of one body that is a cosmic body, and each of us are the different organs that play a role in making this body work to its optimum function. So I, in my own personal function, have to share a message with you that is so important and so vital. And so, even though I have pushed this off for many months at this point, I'm finally going to show up in the most simple but straightforward manner. And I want to show you something that we all can do to bring more compassion to this world, which is what we all are yearning for. So, this is a charity box, and it is a way for us to share a bit of compassion every single day. So I'm going to show you what to do with this charity box. Here is a coin. And as we put the coin into the charity box, these are words we can say. Great is righteous contribution that hastens our personal inner liberation. And that is something I'm going to invite you to do every single day. And by doing this, we can access our own inner liberation, and we can help the whole world access the global liberation. Now, here is something so powerful. Imagine that we could access inner compassion for ourselves and for others through this process. So I'm going to invite you to take this charity box, and as you're putting in the coin, to take a moment to visualize inside that feeling of compassion for yourself. Think about something that you specifically have been judging yourself for. Think about something that has made you feel uncomfortable and you wish that it was not part of your character traits, or you wish it was not part of who you are, or it may be someone in your life whom you're feeling really frustrated and you're feeling resentful towards. And take a moment to have compassion for yourself first, and then to have compassion for this person. But if that's too much, at least to have self compassion that this is something that you need to deal with. Now, I want to invite you to realize that we can make a difference more than we even can imagine by each one of us taking our own personal responsibility and accessing our own inner compassion and compassion for others. And in my following videos, I am going to teach you little mini tools through which we can take each one of the 7 foundational principles that we are able to access within ourselves. And I'm going to share them with you. And I'm going to teach you a process through use which we can use and we can access these deeper level experiences and expressions of these principles. You see, my goal for myself and for anyone who's going to be watching is to access our radiance within ourselves. And these principles, I call them the Radiant You principles. I'm going to share them with you just quickly. And in the following videos, we're going to actually go through them one at a time, and we're going to be able to access the expression of them. So the first one today that we're doing is the radiating compassion for all living beings, particularly self-compassion. The next 6 that we are going to focus on from the next videos are radiating our positivity in our speech, radiating our self-respect and respecting others' boundaries, radiating our honesty and justice and financial integrity, radiating our divinity and reflecting others' divinity back to them, radiating our trust in the divine being, in the divinity, or in God, however you feel comfortable, and being trustworthy, and radiating modesty and morality through a healthy and balanced family life. So, this is what is upcoming. And for today, I'm going to do a little mini process with you to access a deeper level of self compassion, even more than just putting that coin in the charity box. You ready? Okay, here it goes. So, when you're thinking about something that you're feeling judged from someone else, or if you yourself are judging yourself, where do you feel it inside of your body? Take a moment, just close your eyes and imagine. Is it your heart? Is it your head? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? Or any part? It doesn't matter. Your body will tell you. And if you cannot feel it at this moment, then at least ask yourself and see what word comes to your mind. And that's where we're going to focus on. Okay, question number 2. Once you have identified the part of your body that you're feeling this, take a deep breath and just give yourself that self-compassion. Just hold, it's called holding space. Brené Brown speaks about this, and other really big personal growth development gurus and thought leaders speak about this. Just be present with this and feel within yourself that self-compassion. Okay. Once you have felt that, now I'm going to invite you to ask yourself, are you ready to release anything that is holding you back from having that self-compassion? Is there anything that's popping up inside of you that is still feeling judgment, resentment, or any other emotions that do not work together with the self-compassion? If the answer is yes, I have a little mini exercise to do with you. Think about, is it you that you're feeling judged inside of you? Are you judging yourself, or is it someone else? If it's someone else, we can release that connection between you and them. If it is yourself, you can release your own personal criticism and self-judgment. So these are the words I'm going to invite you to say with me. And the next time we join together on this YouTube channel, I will take you through a process called the DNA release mechanism process, through which I'm going to show you step by step. This is just a mini taste of what is to come. So imagine that it's you that you are separating yourself from your self-criticism or from someone else. And imagine there is this rope between you. And I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. With complete self-compassion and divine partnership, I permanently release myself from self-judgment or another person from self-judgment. Okay, together, we're going to say that again. With complete self-compassion and with complete divine partnership, I permanently release myself from self-judgment and or this other person from self-judgment. Great. Now, I'm inviting you to think about, what can you replace with the words of self-judgment? If you have been thinking that you're this, I'm so lazy, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy enough, or I don't deserve it, or what are you doing, or any of the others, hundreds of ways that people can self-criticize. What can you replace that with? What can you say to yourself that is the opposite of that? Think about it for a second. For example, if I'm not good enough, I am good enough just the way I am. Or if I am lazy, I can say I'm productive. Or if I procrastinate all the time, I do everything in just the perfect timing. There's so many ways that we can replace words with the other critical words. And what we focus on and energize, it actually gets strengthened and increases. So I'm going to invite you to write down at least 3 or 4 different new statements that you can say to yourself every single day. And what you can do is we're going to give the charity, and then you're going to invite the divine partnership to help you access and strengthen and imbue yourself. Make it part of your knowing this new belief system, this new thought. So for example, if you're going to access this power of being good enough just the way you are, this is what you would do. You would take this charity box, you would take a coin and say, great is a righteous contribution that hastens my personal inner liberation, or the global inner liberation, whatever you want to say. And then we can invite the divine partnership. Thank you, divine partnership. Thank you, God. Thank you, Almighty, whatever it is that you want to say, for granting me the knowing that I am good enough, the knowing that I am capable enough, the knowing that I am worthy enough. And when we thank the divine partnership in advance, we are actually hastening the process of that inner liberation. I hope this was helpful. Please share in the comments below if this opened up any understanding for you, any awareness, if this allowed you to feel lighter and another spring in your step. And if you definitely did feel something, please share it with others so that we can start spreading the radiant you principles and strength from each of us into the world and create a global radiance for all of us to have our inner liberation. Thank you.